everybody, today we have unit 7.2 of the pre-intermediate Speak Out, and it's called The Great Imposter. We are going to have grammar, purpose, cause and result, vocabulary, some collocations, and we will learn how to use phrases to connect ideas. So the first part is reading. Read the definition of imposter. Do you know any stories about people who pretend to be someone else? So let's see, what does the word imposter mean? It's a noun and it means someone who pretends to be someone else in order to trick people. So imposter is a person who tricks people. And exercise 2a. Look at the film poster. This is a film poster. Who do you think this man pretended to be? The film is called The Great Imposter with Tony Curtis. And it's written, meet the most charming fraud who ever pulled the wool over a man's eye. So, this person pretended to be a naval officer, a sailor. After that, he pretended to be a U.S. Marine, soldier. And after that, he pretended to be a state marshal and a monk and a dentist, so he could be a policeman, sheriff, and so on. So let's read about the great imposter. Read the story. As you read, stop at each question and if the partner gets the answer, let's read to find out. So let's start. Ferdinand Valdo de Mara was probably the greatest imposter in history. He was born in the USA in 1921. As a young man, he pretended to be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, a university professor, a soldier, and a sailor. De Mara's greatest adventure was during the Korean War. So, what did he do? He pretended to be a doctor on a ship. Let's read 6 to find out if it's true. So, in 1951, De Mara pretended to be Dr. Joseph Thier, a real doctor, so that he could work on a ship. The soldiers loved him. He cured their illnesses, he pulled out bad teeth, and he performed difficult operations. He had his greatest moment after a soldier was shot. So, what did he do? Let's see. So, he performed an operation that saved the soldier's life. Now let's move to the third paragraph. The bullet was very close to the soldier's heart. De Mara started from a book so that he could save the man's life. He removed the bullet and the soldier lived. In fact, while De Mara worked as a doctor, none of his patients died. But in the end, he became too successful. And what happened? His photo and false name appeared in a newspaper. De Mara became famous because of his great work as a ship's doctor, and his photo appeared in some newspapers in Canada. The mother of the real Dr. Sear saw the photo. She knew this was not her son, so she told the police and they arrested him. What happened next? He didn't go to prison. Let's find the fourth paragraph. De Mara didn't go to prison because people thought he was a hero. Instead, the police released him and gave him extra money to say thank you for his great work. But later the police arrested him for a different crime. What did he do? He pretended to be a teacher. And now number 2, the second paragraph. De Mara pretended to be a teacher and the police caught him. He spent 6 months in prison. After this, he played one more role. He appeared in a 1960 film called The Hypnotic Eye to make some money acting as a doctor. But real fame arrived in 1961 when Hollywood made a film of De Mara's life. So now you know about the great imposter. What was the people whom he pretended to be. And let's do the next exercise. So the next exercise is vocabulary, and we have collocations. Match 1 to 7 with A to G to make collocations, words that go together. So collocations are words that go together. And we have cure, make a, save, become, be arrested for, spend, play. And we have in the second column successful, famous, a role, a part in a film, film, documentary, a crime, a murder, a man's life, money, illness, people, 6 months in prison, time abroad. So let's join the collocation. The first one, cure, illnesses, people. The second one, make, film, documentary. Number 3, save, a man's life, money. Become, successful, famous. Be arrested for, a crime, a murder. Spend, 6 months in prison, time abroad. And play a role, a part in a film. So let's repeat once more. Cure, illness and people. Make, film, documentary. Save, a man's life, money. Become, successful, famous. Be arrested for, a crime, a murder. Spend 6 months in prison, time abroad. And play a role, a part in film. The next exercise is grammar, and we will learn purpose, cause, and result. Complete sentences 1 to 3 with so, to, or, because. So plus subject plus verb is used to talk about the result of an action. To plus infinitive is used to talk about the reason or purpose for an action. And because plus subject plus verb is used to talk about the cause. So the first one, purpose, the reason for an action. He appeared in 1960 film to make some money. So we use to show the purpose. Now cause, it makes something happen. Damara didn't go to prison because people thought he was a hero. Result, the consequence of something. She knew this was not her son. So, as a result, she told the police. Now let's have a practice with the so, to, and because. Underline the correct alternative. Number 1. Let's choose. I'm doing an English course, so, to, because, improve my speaking. So let's choose. I am doing an English course to improve my speaking. The second one. I will do my jobs in the future, so, to, because I like to try different things. I will do my job in the future because I like to try different things. I would like to become famous, so, to, because I am going to study acting. I like to become famous, so I am going to study acting. You need to communicate well, so, to, because become successful in my job. You need to communicate well to become successful in my job. I would like to make a film about my life, so, to, because I have had many great experiences. I would like to make a film about my life because I have had many great experiences. I would love to spend time abroad. So, too, because experience another culture. I would love to spend time abroad. 2. Experience another culture. I'm going to take an exam, so too because I have to study a lot. I'm going to take an exam, so I have to study a lot. It's difficult to be an imposter because you can never relax. So in the last one, so too and because, and we chose because. So in the first one, we have chosen to. In the second, because. In the third sentence, so. In the fourth sentence, to. In the fifth, because. In the sixth, to. In the seventh, so. In the eighth, we chose because. Let's go further. So we have exercise 7. It's written work in pairs and take turns. Student A makes sentences with phrases from A. Use the past simple. Student B completes student A's sentence with phrases from B. And we use so, to, or because. For example, I went to the cinema. It is the words of the first student. And the second said to watch a film. So I went to the cinema to watch a film. Now, I studied my notes in the words of the first student, and the second because I had an exam. So I studied my notes because I had an exam. Now let's see what we have and what sentences can we make up. So, go to the cinema is the first. Study my notes. Want to help people. Go to doctor, like traveling, go to university, phone my friend, cycle to work, buy an iPod, and here in the second column in B we have an exam, become a nurse, can't drive, get a master's degree, invite her to a party, feel sick, love listening to music, watch a film, become a pilot. So let's try to join them and use so, to, and because, and put all our verbs in the past simple tense. So the first, for example, I wanted to help people, so I became a nurse. So want we turned into past simple wanted and become to became, and we join these two parts by so. The next one, I went to the doctor because I felt sick. So go change to went and feel to felt, and we join these parts by because. Next one, I liked traveling, so I became a pilot. Like in the past tense liked, and watch in the past simple watched, and we join it by so. Next one, I went to university to get a master degree. Here we change go to went in the past simple and add infinitive to with get. So I went to university to get a master degree. I phoned my friend to invite her to a party. We change phone to phoned in the past simple, and invite is in infinitive form, to invite. I cycled to work because I couldn't drive. So cycle in the past tense cycled, and can drive we change it to couldn't drive in order to make it in the past. I bought an iPod because I love listening to music. Here we change only the first part, I bought, but the second was still in the present simple. I bought an iPod because I love listening to music. In the speaking part, we have exercise 8a. Discuss the questions below. Read the situation below and discuss. Would you tell a lie in this situation? Why not? So we have three situations. The first one, an employee at our company is bad at the job. She tells you a secret. She used false documents, CV and references to get her job. The boss asks you about her. In the first situation, what would you do? Would you tell the lie? Or would you say about that to your boss? How would you behave in this situation? The second one, your best friend introduces her new boyfriend to you. You don't like him because he doesn't listen or care about anyone else. Your friend asks for your opinion of him. Would you tell the truth in this situation? Or would you be just quiet and will not comment in this case? Or maybe you might tell a lie. The third one, a friend buys a designer bag for $50 from a man on the street. She said the bag usually costs $300, so she bought it. You know the bag isn't a real designer bag. She asked if you want one. So how would you behave in this situation? Would you tell that you know how much the bag is? Or how much is the cost of the bag? Would you say about that? Think about these situations. What would you do? Is it always good to say, to keep calm and not to say that it's lie? Or maybe it's better to say that it's lie. So this is your homework for discussion. Think about that. How would you behave in this situation? Would you tell a lie? Or maybe you might not tell that. So our lesson is over. Now you know what means imposter. So it's a man who pretends to be someone else. You know about the linking words, that means purpose, cause and result. You know some vocabulary collocation. I recommend you to study all these collocations and to think about the speaking part. That's all for today. Goodbye.